Hi everyone. I hope you can see me, hear me. If yes, just a very quick say. I can see Akshat. Okay. All right. So okay, awesome. You're late. Yes, I was just trying to figure out how to go live. I've done it so many times, but I always get confused how to go live. So I was like a few seconds late. Okay. All right. Wonderful, guys. So I'll not take a lot of your time. This was an important live. So there are essentially 4 or 5 things that I'm going to discuss. Number one, I'm going to speak about the overall market circumstance scenario. Extremely important. Am I putting new money? What is the expectation with which I'm putting money? That's it. Okay. Second, there has been a little bit of panic in the NBFC space or in fintech, how you choose to define it. For example, पहले पेटीएम गिरा, right? उसके बाजे बच गए. Angel One में there has been a lot of negative commentary. वो भी थोड़ा सा गिर गया in the last 1 month, 10-15 odd percent. On top of that, today IIFL Finance and Bajaj Finance NBFCs जो हैं, they also fell quite a lot. So is there some reason to panic? Because the news associated with it is causing a little bit of panic situation कि यार RBI बहुत ज़्यादा एक्टिव हो रही है, सही कर रही है, गलत कर रही है. That is not for me to decide. Neither I am going to comment on that. But I'll comment purely from an investor viewpoint perspective. Okay. So this is the second key point. Third, I will help you understand the news a little bit because there has been a lot of commotion कि इसमें exactly चल क्या रहा है, right? And finally, if you are building position in NBFC space, for example, अगर आप खरीद रहे हो Bajaj Finance, Angel One, PayTM, how to buy it, should you buy it or not? वो तो हर किसी के पोर्टफोलियो पे डिपेंड करता है, बट आई विल एटलीस्ट हेल्प यू अंडरस्टैंड एंड गिव क्विक कमेंट्री ऑन दीज 4-5 macro things. Okay, I will try to wrap up my chat in the next 12 to 15 minutes max. Okay, सब ध्यान से सुन लेना, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, right? I mean, I keep getting messages, I make a lot of announcements on the YouTube member community, and people do not bother reading sometimes the entire thing, right? So please read things properly, please understand what is the meaning of building positions, etc. आपको सारी भाषा बहुत ही easy भाषा में orally समझा दूंगा ये सारी चीजें, right? And then we will break out. Okay, point number one, what is the market view and how much return can you make? Okay, so this is a very critical aspect. And the biggest thing that you should know here is that, see, market is trading almost at its all-time high. It has given a recent run up, so to say, and अभी 22,000 के level के आसपास है. अब now when I say, and my viewpoint is that whatever new money means कि आपके market में मान के चलो you have already put in 10 lakhs, right? And now you're deciding कि यार market तो भाग रहा है, should I invest like another 1 lakh जो मेरे पास पड़ा हुआ है? The answer is it depends. Okay, if your expectation is that I'm going to leave this money for 3 years and I'm very happy with 12 to 15% CAGR, very good time to continue to invest. Okay, आप SIP मोड में कर लो, आप म्यूचुअल फंड में डाल दो, आपको डायरेक्ट स्टॉक समझ में आता है, आप डायरेक्ट स्टॉक खरीद लो, कोई इशू नहीं है. Okay, but expecting that market is going to give you 30% 40% CAGR from this point, it's nonsensical. We are already hitting a peak, and होता ही है कि स्टॉक मार्केट में इंटरेस्ट आता है when market actually starts running. स्टॉक मार्केट में इंटरेस्ट आना चाहिए when market has actually fallen, because that is the best time to make money. So I was one of the most bullish person. अगर आप जाके देखोगे पिछले 2 साल से I've been saying buy, मैं लाइव इन्वेस्टिंग करता था, दुनिया भर की चीजें, right? So to cut the long story short, if you do not buy more stuff when the market has fallen, your CAGR will not be very high. कोई जीनियस नहीं है मार्केट में कि भाई फलाना ढीम का म्यूचुअल फंड मैनेजर, द मार्केट इज गिविंग 12% एंड जीनियस फंड मैनेजर इज गिविंग लाइक 20-25%. ऑन एन एवरेज वो वर्कआउट नहीं करेगी चीज. ओके, इट्स वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट. ओके, you have to compare it with the benchmark. So just to set the expectation right, number one, whatever new money you are putting in the market, please do not expect it to do magic for you. You are unlikely to beat 12 to 15% CAGR investing in safe stocks. Okay, then you say कि यार तेरे में तो मजा नहीं आया क्या, 12% 15% क्या मजे है फालतू की चीज. So I want to make like 15-20 like 25%. Okay, so then you have to go to small cap mid cap. अब issue ये हो गया कि यार small cap mid cap हो गए little bit overvalued definitely, and हर कोई पीछे पड़ गया यार. मतलब स्मॉल कैप मिड कैप के इतनी अच्छी रैली आई, एंड यू नो सो मेनी, everyone is like, a lot of regulatory authorities are now coming out and saying, you know what, small cap mid cap में पैसे लेने कम कर दो, right? Many mutual funds have stopped taking bulk investments in small cap and mid caps. They are only taking SIPs. So what does that indicate? That indicates कि जो small cap में inflow हो रहा है पैसे का, they are trying to slow it down. Okay, so again यहाँ से small cap mid cap में rally जो typically होता है कि if Nifty 50 which is the collection of top 50 stocks in India, if that is giving around 12-13% CAGR last 20 सालों में होगा, then small cap mid cap almost आपको 2x returns देंगे. So उसका benchmark return will be somewhere around 24-25% CAGR. So if you are putting money in risky stocks, then that is the assessment that you should have कि अच्छा I'm buying small cap या mid cap company, risk ज़्यादा है but I'm expecting 24-25. So I hope that this point around setting expectation is right for everyone. More importantly, at this stage I'm not completely convinced about the economic data that is coming in. I had written 2 very detailed posts on Twitter. मैं इतने videos बनाता नहीं हूँ. Maybe I should start making more. But to cut the long story short, I have made 2 very detailed comments on the breakdown of the Indian economy. So new data had come in where the GDP growth rate was somewhere around 7.5%. But there is something called as GVA, which is gross value add. That data was lagging. It was roughly around 3%. Now there is a mismatch, right? Usually, as per economist, what they typically say is कि जो GVA होता है और GDP data होता है, उसमें the lag should not be more than 1% because that is not sustainable type of a growth. So अब आप growth को manipulation बोल लो कि numbers manipulate कर दिए, दुनिया भर की चीजें आप बोल लो, right? I mean, I'll not get into the politics of it. See, to cut the long story short, for us as investors, we need to understand that economy hasn't really revived. Okay, it has been artificially kept alive. It is still being artificially kept alive to a very large extent. आप ये देख सकते हो job situation से, the amount of firing that is happening, etc., etc. Inflation, people who have been watching my video, you guys will understand कि inflation is the rate of change of महंगाई or price. That will anyways come down at certain stage. So do not take like यार inflation conquer हो गया, सब कुछ अच्छा हो गया, economy is like चंगा सी, right? So no, it doesn't work that way, right? So this is very important macro point that you need to understand. Okay, so to cut the long story short, if you are an investor, please avoid bulk buying in the market right now. You are unlikely to make path breaking returns, right? So this is an important key takeaway, number 1. Number 2, if you are doing SIP, continue doing it, not an issue. थोड़ी सी slow down कर लो, keep some money for opportunities. Opportunities are going to come in this type of market. Now what is the opportunity that came? आप मेरे 2 पुराने वीडियोस जाके चेक कर लो on the channel. You would have seen that I made a video on specialty chemicals, and today despite like so much halla happening in NBFC, उनने स्पेशलिटी केमिकल्स बढ़ा दिया, राइट? एल्किल अमीन 7.5% रिटर्न, राइट? आई मीन आज बालाजी अमीन्स बढ़िया रिटर्न. सो द पॉइंट इज कि नाउ यू हैव टू बी एक्सट्रीमली सिलेक्टिव इन टर्म्स ऑफ वट एवर यू आर बाइंग. Whenever opportunity is there, then you have to buy sensibly from that perspective. Okay, so I hope that this point is clear. What is the market overview? Second key point that I will like to highlight is that today there was a broad based fall on NBFC. And especially on IIFL, where there was a 20% down गया stock, right? And it stayed there. And अभी अनुमान ये लगाए जा रहे हैं कि it will continue to fall. अभी थोड़े दिन की पहले की बात है, 2-3 हफ्ते के हुए होंगे, right? I mean, regarding the PayTM situation and PayTM stock, if you go and check, you will see that from its top, अगर आप PayTM का absolute top उठाओगे and absolute bottom देखोगे, so there has been approximately an 80% correction on PayTM stock. I'm not kidding. It used to trade at somewhere around 1800 if I'm not mistaken. That was the high, and now it has fallen quite a lot. जो उसका absolute bottom था वो काफी नीचे 400-450 के आसपास पहुंच गया था. Okay, so PayTM में बाजे बजा दिए, right? Why? Because there was regulatory issues. जो पेटीएम पेमेंट्स बैंक था वो उड़ा दिया, राइट? एंड विजय शेखर शर्मा जी हैज रिजाइंड, एंड सिंस देन पेटीएम हैज स्टार्टेड टू गिव वेरी गुड रन अप. ओके, now interesting part is that if you actually check the volume delivery, and this is something that I will cover on my member community post tomorrow, you will check February की आप लोग volume delivery check करना, right? Delivery means that basically कि कितनी cash positions में बिल्डअप करी गई है, क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है कि स्टॉक्स इंट्राडे के लिए पिक करे जाते हैं कि आपने उसी दिन खरीदे, उसी दिन अपनी पोजीशंस काट दी, सो दैट इज इंट्राडे. नाउ समटाइम्स डिलीवरी मींस दैट यू आर टेकिंग पोजेशन ऑफ दैट स्टॉक, यू आर कीपिंग इट possibly for a long term. So delivery जब होती है like 50% या more typically speaking, so that is a good healthy sign कि there is revival that is happening. So some kind of revival is happening in Paytm. Does that mean कि आप जाके खरीद लो अभी पकड़ के? नहीं, right? So you have to analyze further. But I'm just telling you कि यार स्टॉक को पीटा गया, right? And नीचे लाया गया, then उसमें बढ़िया बढ़िया डिलीवरी उठाई गई, and now the stock has started to run up. Okay. IIFL में today the issue is being issue is serious, no doubt about that. Has the firm done some kind of scam? define scam, right? I mean, आजकल सभी कुछ scam है, right? Money printing is a scam in a way. So, like, I'm on a lighter note. But see, on IIFL, the issue is that there is something called as loan to value (LTV). बहुत सिंपल एग्जांपल से समझाता हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल आप लोग होम लोन लेते हो, राइट? सो लेट्स से दैट यू आर बाइंग अ 1 crore हाउस, ओके, एंड ऑन दैट 1 crore हाउस यू आर टेकिंग 80 lakhs as loan, right? Now, how why will the bank decide to give you 80 lakhs loans? Because they will do valuation of that house. एक independent valuator आता है और independent का bank valuator आता है. They will assess the value of the house कि अच्छा यार ये house अगर हमने बेचा, अक्षत repay नहीं कर पाया loan, so can we sell it and recover our money? So that concept is called as value. Okay, कि value के हिसाब से कितना उसका निकल के आया पूरा माल की वैल्यू. ओके, सो इट कुड बी हाउस, इट कुड बी गोल्ड, वट एवर इट इज, राइट? एंड उसके बेसिस पे हाउ मच लोन यू कैन गेट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इन द एग्जाम्पल दैट आई वाज रनिंग, you were getting 80 lakh rupees of loan because the bank thought that the asset is worth 1 crore. Okay, now something similar is happening at IIFL, that they give out gold loans. कि आप गोल्ड लोन लेके गए, कि आप गोल्ड लेके आए कि यार ये रहा मेरा लोन, ये रहा मेरा गोल्ड, गिव मी लाइक 5 लाख रुपी, मैं ये रहा 5 लाख का गोल्ड है, आप मेरे को 4 लाख का, यू गिव मी 4 लाख रुपी लोन्स. ओके, सो on that note, you will get, because the value of the asset is 5 lakhs and the bank is, or IIFL is giving you 4 lakh rupee of loan. So this is called as loan to value, right? I hope this complicated concept is understood by everyone, right? Now on this note, what is happening at IIFL is कि बहुत सारे irregularities हैं, in the sense कि उनने you know गोल्ड में कुछ मिलावट कर दी, राइट? दैट्स वन व्हाट पॉन शॉप वाले करते हैं. पॉन शॉप नहीं बोल रहा हूँ मैं, POWN, पॉन शॉप बोल रहा हूँ. ओके, सो दैट इज देयर. On top of that, like these type of things, they have been doing like all that stuff. So उसमें क्या है कि now this LTV वाला जो issue निकल के आ रहा है, now that is a big issue. RBI has already flagged it and वो बोल रहा है कि see, we are going to analyze this thing further. अभी तक whatever communication we have sent to you, you guys have not followed it. उनके मैनेजमेंट में बोला कि ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. जो ऑडिटर जो हमने नियुक्त किए थे एंड जो हमारे सब लेंडर्स हैं जिनके थ्रू वी लेंड ऑल दिस स्टफ, उसमें probably there is some kind of discrepancy. See, now the important point is that 20% fall that has happened on IIFL, it has happened because of why? Because of the fact that this news is out, right? RBI has already flagged it, which means कि हो चुका है इसमें तबाही जो होनी थी, right? 20% वाली अब आगे भी definitely हो सकती है, no doubt about that. But this news has been factored in. This is the most important point that you need to remember about the issue that is ongoing. Related point, and मैं फटाफट आपको समझाता हूँ. Related point here is that, see, basically IIFL ने scam करा in a way, one could say probably yes. Okay, has that been factored into a very large degree? Yes. Does this mean that IIFL will completely go bankrupt? The short answer is no. Why? Because you now need to understand the gold portfolio of IIFL. Now, as per data, the AUM business of IIFL has almost 33% exposure of gold. So उनके बहुत सारे businesses हैं IIFL के, उसमें से एक is AUM business, उसमें से भी एक portion of 33% is exposed right now. Okay, and उसमें से भी RBI hasn't said कि आपको खत्म कर दिया, आपका सारा gold छीन के ले गए and all that stuff. No. Okay, they have said कि अच्छा now you do not do further work in this, खत्म बात, right? So this is what the issue is. Please understand the gravity. What the market right now is trying to portray the image as is कि बिल्कुल ही मतलब company खत्म हो जाएगी types. That is unlikely to happen. It's a high growth industry. The company has grown really well. I'm not defending the management, I'm not management spokesperson, this that, but I'm just simply telling you what is the situation. In fact, I have no position on IIFL. I have started to build a little bit now, and उसको भी position build करने का भी एक तरीका होता है. But up until today, I had zero position on IIFL. Okay, so that is what the important point I wanted to highlight. Now, on that note, let me just quickly discuss three or four important stocks. Bajaj Finance. ओके, इससे रिलेटेड इशू ये है कि बिकॉज IIFL में क्राइसिस हुई, नाउ मेनी NBFCs आर थिंकिंग कि यू नो व्हाट बॉस, RBI इज गेटिंग वेरी एक्टिव, दे आर गोइंग टू ऑडिट और आवर बुक्स, या और ज्यादा स्क्रूटनी होगी. तो उस चक्कर में नाउ बिकॉज ऑफ दैट many stocks, for example Bajaj Finance, became collateral damage कि उसके साथ साथ भाई पिस गए, राइट? Bajaj Finance भी 5% गिर गया, दिस दैट. नाउ इज Bajaj Finance a bad stock? Absolutely not. उनकी कोई गलती नहीं है भाई, उन्होंने कुछ किया भी नहीं है ऐसा घपलेबाजी, लेकिन जबरदस्ती वो गिर गया फ्रॉम दैट एंगल. and a bunch of other NBFCs fell. Okay, now on Bajaj Finance, it is technically strong, it is fundamentally strong, it is sentimentally weak right now. So that is what is happening. Geo Finance I had made like, you know, 1.5 months, 1.5 months हो गए होंगे, right? I mean, since I had spoken about it on the member community, it has given massive run up. मेरी तो बहुत positions बनी हुई हैं already. Okay, and I do feel that it is only going to get stronger from this point. I'm not booking any profits on Geo Finance. To cut the long story short, Bajaj Finance is a fundamentally strong stock. It has zero exposure to whatever is happening on IIFL. This is one. Second key thing, yes, short term में कुछ scrutiny आ सकती है on Bajaj Finance या all NBFC, so to say, कि RBI थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा active हो जाए. So yes, there can be little bit of problem, let's say, for a few months or maybe 1 or 2 quarters, so to say. But it's not as if that these are bad stocks or आपको निकल जाना चाहिए थोड़े से loss में and all that stuff. Please do not do that, right? I mean, that is what I would suggest from a fundamentals point of view. Okay, then comes stocks like PayTM. Should you build position? Right now, it depends on, like, you know, what you think about it, right? I mean, who is buying PayTM? Please look at it. I will write a detailed post tomorrow on it. I am not completely convinced about PayTM as a business as of now, because I don't see what is going to be the next route for PayTM. For example, in Geo Finance also, I don't know what the business of the company would be. It's a more sentiment driven stock as of now, but it's quite clear कि जो भी होगा, they will be able to handle it, right? I mean, the Ambanis are going to handle it. उसमें कोई issue नहीं होगा. Okay. Then comes something like Angel One. Now, see, guys, basically, when it comes to CDSL, CAMS, Angel One, HDFC, AMC, these have all given like very good run up. इनके run up are tied to stock market activity. If the stock market is going up and up, these type of companies will go up and up because their AUM expands automatically. जैसे कि HDFC AMC, hypothetically, आप मान के चलो कि if it has ITC on in its portfolio 2 years ago, right? So it might be, ITC might be trading at like 200 rupees or 220 rupees. Now it is trading at 450, 500 rupees. So automatic expansion हो गया ना because of price growth. So therefore AUM of HDFC AMC also increased. So ये AMC expansion हो जाता है, and because of which all these different companies that I just said, they start making more money. So if you feel that the stock market is going to give very strong run up in the next 2 to 3 years, holding these type of stocks makes a lot of sense. I have personally booked profit on some of these stocks. Booked profit का मतलब ये नहीं होता पूरा stock काट दिया. Booked profit का मतलब होता है I might have booked, let's say, 20% on my entire portfolio of Angel One or 50% and all that stuff. I might have done it. Okay, so these are 2-3 stocks. Bajaj Finance, good stock, no problem according to me. Angel One should give decent average growth. I don't see any major problem. PayTM is a turnaround. अगर आप चाहते हो कुछ positions बनाना, maybe you can do, but build sensibly, build slowly. That's the most important point. IIFL is a direct collateral hit. Negative sentiment रहेंगे, build position really slowly. That's my only piece of advice, right, on that. Final point आता है that how do you build position and what is the meaning of building position. इसको लेके बहुत confusion होता है लोगों में. See guys, building position means that, for example, आप मान के चलो कि let's say right now you think that IDFC First Bank is really good. Okay, you invest. Now let's say that you have 10 lakh rupees to invest. 10 lakh is your portfolio size, and on IDFC Bank you want to invest 20% of your portfolio. Now that does not mean कि आपको आज आपने analysis करी, today you are very happy with IDFC First, and next day Monday को market खुला and I'm just going to invest like entire 2 lakh whatever I wanted to invest in IDFC First. Please ऐसा मत करना. This is not called as position building. No big investor in the world builds positions like this. The way they do it is very simple. Okay, they first buy whenever they see an opportunity. Okay, so for example, today I bought a little bit of IFL because I saw an opportunity. Up tomorrow, मान के चलो कि I bought like maybe 1/10 of what I wanted to buy in total because it's a highly volatile stock right now. अब आप मान लो पिट गया वो, right? I mean, it falls by another 40-50% or whatever. Then I have opportunity to downward average it. That is called as building positions. Now, if you just simply say कि यार 20% तो गिर गया और कितना गिरेगा भाई, it can fall by 100% also, right? I mean, पूरा कदम हो सकता है. So you have to be sensible. You have to analyze big falls. Has this been factored in? So for example, today IIFL fall of 20%. Why did it happen? It was a very clear reason. Okay, RBI scrutiny, scammy looking. Okay, fine, right? So very little position you build, right? Then you analyze it. You analyze the situation. आराम से 15-20% it can fall further. then you make a call कि अच्छा, then okay, then I will go ahead and analyze the second piece of information कि क्या development हुआ इस पूरी चीज में. Then you put little bit more money. Then it finally becomes a turnaround stock the way Paytm is behaving right now, and then you decide whether to build even more positions on it. So this was complicated, but I hope that you got the message that I'm trying to convey. Again, there was a little bit of discussion going on in the member community, so I thought that maybe doing this live makes a lot more sense. I will make more videos going forward, guys. I've been taking like a break. I've been relaxing, whatnot. Right? So I'm पूरे दिन scooter लेके घूमता रहा because weather in Goa was really nice. So I did not do much from that angle. Very happy with my portfolio. It has given very good gains. So मजे का time चल रहा है. I'm not buying like crazy. I am just hedging my positions. I am holding all my stocks. I don't see a major fall कि यार बहुत 30 40 50% टाइप ही फॉल हो जाएगी, but 10 15% fall can happen anytime on Nifty, on small mid caps. 15 20% fall, 15 20% fall can happen. Not an issue in and around election. There is no reason why market should correct majorly around election results तक, right? It should not, right? उसके बाद depending on the election result something might happen. Even in the US the elections are there, so they are also keeping the market fairly high. But smart people are booking profits. So please go and watch my last video that I have released. Aavas Finance, yes, very good stock, no problem there. It is just trading in a particular range. SBI card, यार again the same thing. अब आपके 5-10% लॉस पे आप चल रहे होगे तो SBI card में हल्ला मचाना शुरू कर दिया. So you cannot have it this way कि यार आप खरीद लोगे and you know from next day the stock will start running. Stock will run and it will run. Just go back and consider HDFC AMC की कहानी, Ujjivan Small Finance की कहानी, Punjab National Bank की कहानी. I've like you know SMCI, Meta, all these stocks have given crazy run up, right? And you guys have seen it. Asian Paints, again, I don't see it falling too much. PVR Inox is a market leader in its segment. It is likely to do well. HM Agro भाई साहब मैंने खरीदे नहीं था ना, मैंने खरीदा है ना मैंने कभी कम्युनिटी पे कुछ बोला है उसके बारे में. I had made a video uh, analyzing that particular stock. I never said that I have purchased it from that perspective. It was an analysis. And please आप सुन लिया करो जो वीडियो पे बोली जाती है चीज, right? अभी मैं आपको honestly बोल देता हूँ whatever I'm you know sort of picking positions in, मैं आपको categorically बताता हूँ वो चीजें, right? So yeah, that's the point. Okay. So yeah, thank you yaar. I did not even realize that I've hit 2 million subscribers. Thank you so much. Appreciate a lot. Appreciate all your help. Appreciate the entire community for sticking by. Happy to take some questions, right? I will wrap it up in 10 minutes, right? And I'll try to take as many questions as possible. यार अमृतांजन आ गया वापस. टार्सन्स में प्रॉब्लम ये चल रही है कि the China dumping hasn't really revived, so to say. So it will come back up. It's an okay stock, not a problem, right? Rajesh export में scam है, right? So I mean, unfortunately, you will have to. There is no point. HUL is at a good buying level. There is no problem with HUL. HUL is a वो every year it keeps on raising its price of product by 10-12% anyways. So even with literally no growth in terms of volume, it will still do well. Okay. And see, HUL type की companies are still doing okay despite the consumer demand not picking up, right? Which is really, really surprising. Yeah, so which shows there is like, it's a strong stock still. Okay. SBI card is very good, no problem there. ITC, bhai, I don't know. I've exited the stock. Bandhan Bank is a good stock, no problem, right? So I'll take some questions. Nazra Tech, I don't know, guys. City Union Bank is very good. Entire banking sector is going to do really well. It's one of the safest bets right now, as I've been saying. And give it 6 to 12 months, right? I mean, you should not be like monitoring the market every single day. आप लोग trader हो क्या, right? So if you guys are not trader, then don't behave like traders, right? I mean, behave like investors, right? So on that note, there is nothing wrong. आपको खुद लग रहा होगा, right? I mean, for example, just go and check if, for example, you have invested your money in ICICI, या HDFC Bank, या Axis Bank. Go and check quarterly results. Go and check if the results are improving quarter by quarter. If the results are improving quarter by quarter, price भी बढ़ी जाएगा आगे पीछे चल के. Okay, don't worry about it. जब stock run करना शुरू होता है, you will not even be able to catch it, right? I mean, it will just run like crazy, right? बहुत से लोगों की नाव छूटी होगी, right? Many people would have missed the bus in terms of buying HDFC AMC. आपको realize हुआ कि it has given like more than 100% gain in the last few months, right? So yeah, that's how things, even big stocks move fast. Okay, it's okay. Thank you guys. Any more questions? Okay, I'm not able to see. Okay, top chats. What should I press? Top chats. Okay. Okay. Why is Dmart not giving expected returns? I had covered this on member community. Dmart की story. See, Dmart में basically the it's a growth stock. It is very different from what Swiggy, Instamart, etc. are Instamart and जो उसका कौन सा है Zomato का कौन सा है Blinkit, right? So they it is not competing with them. It has its own USP. Good thing about Dmart is that it own its own stores. It does not rent it. Majority of them. Good stock, no problem there. Don't expect fireworks unless the consumer demand picks up. Slow growth रहेगी लेकिन play a cycle on it, right? I mean, for example, if you are looking to buy a stock, yeah, 10 साल तक I don't want to touch. DMart is good. It will give you very good one cycle, right on that. Or likely to give. मैं बोल तो सकता नहीं हूँ. Yeah, Tata Motor, I'm not investing. I don't see, guys, I mean, very basically, the thing is that the sophistication of manufacturing of Indian automobile is not that high, especially in the EV segment. EV story is going to play out likely is going to play out in the two-wheeler segment first over four-wheelers, right? So I mean, I would rather pick two-wheeler stocks rather than four-wheeler stocks at this stage. Okay. Thoughts on crypto? बोल रहे हैं भाई साहब यार अब मैं कितना बोल के थक गया राइट कि Bitcoin is a very good asset, right? It is solid now. It is almost at its all-time high. I have two full Bitcoins, right? So I had already built enough positions on it. I remain bullish. I will make a specific video on Bitcoin. Okay, जिन लोगों को समझना है fundamentally because yeah. So yeah, see guys, I mean honestly like we are retail investors. आप कोई promoters scam कर दें अब वो एनुअल रिपोर्ट पे तो लिखेंगे नहीं यार आपको बैलेंस शीट से भी पता नहीं चलेगी सो इफ समथिंग इज रॉन्ग इफ दे हैव डन सम शेडी स्टफ व्हिच इट लुक्स लाइक राइट सो होगा राइट आई मीन आउट ऑफ 50 stocks that you will have in your portfolio hypothetically speaking at least 5-7 में इस तरीके की चीजें होती रहेंगी right so yeah just cut position move on that's all we can do right and होती हैं ये चीजें I'm just parts and parcel of investing not every stock is going to give a run up you have to book losses on some okay. Okay, I think this was efficient. Yeah, I've built some position on SW Solar. I'm not buying Suzlon, right? Adani stocks I'm not touching as of now, right? Max Healthcare is a good stock. There is nothing wrong. हुआ ये है कि there is news that has come out on healthcare और hospital stocks per se. जो CGHS होता है जैसे गवर्नमेंट सर्वेंट्स होते हैं तो दे गेट अ फैसिलिटी मे बी आई एम लाइक नॉट एक्सप्लेनिंग इट करेक्टली बट आई विल स्टिल ट्राई टू टेक अ शॉट एट इट सो बेसिकली जो गवर्नमेंट सर्वेंट्स होते हैं दे गेट अ स्पेशल कार्ड जिसको CGHS कार्ड बोलते हैं एंड दे अवेल लाइक डिस्काउंटेड ट्रीटमेंट एट अ चेन ऑफ हॉस्पिटल्स जिनके साथ CGHS का टाई अप होता है सो उसमें ये बोला है कि जो अपोलो जो ट्रीटमेंट कर रहा है इट शुड डू इट एट CGHS रेट्स इसका कुछ अपोलो मैक्स राइट सो इससे हेल्थ केयर के स्टॉक्स करेक्ट हो गए so it is very similar story to what right to education did right कि right to education में उन्होंने क्या बोला था कि basically in the education sector private schools are charging a lot of money so they should offer 25% reservation to economically weaker sections of the society and charge whatever money the government charges so to say okay उससे हुआ क्या उससे जो छोटे schools थे right the average private schools that were not charging like crazy amount of which were operating on razor thin margins they went away and अभी क्या हालत चल रही है कि go to Hyderabad or wherever like 3.7 4 lakh rupees for LKG fees right and all that nonsense is happening something similar will happen in hospital sector also you can't regulate all these things it's extremely difficult okay so that's Hariom Pipes I have it in my portfolio it's a good stock according to me okay could you please do a video on US stocks say bhai peak kar gaye right so I mean don't sell it I would say right I mean but if you are buying something then at this stage I think Nasdaq is okay US stock massive return man I mean very happy with the entire portfolio arbitrage opportunity of there is no arbitrage I mean there is no such thing as arbitrage on stock markets I know your view on consumer durables what do you suppose are going to be better ones as of now see both the things will move why because the consumer demand is going to pick up why because the interest rates are going to pick up but this entire thread is going to take at least 12 months to play out or 6 to 12 months to play out or factoring in kab hoti hai we don't know but if you understand this macroeconomics part you will get it okay so yeah that's what I would say okay one video on crypto invest no I'll not right there is no point पीछे पड़ जाते हैं लोग यार I mean there's like a massive वो भाई if you speak about crypto, कुछ पाप कर दिया आपने, right? अब आज तो ये हो गई हालत, right? So there's just no point. Okay, can we buy Geo Finance now? Yes, I would still say that. See, I mean, market cap wise, it's a very big company. बट उसमें ना कुछ न्यूज़ आती रहेगी, कुछ ना कुछ बुलिश सेंटिमेंट बना रहेगा, राइट? सो देर इज गुड चांस दैट यू विल नॉट लूज मनी ऑन इट, राइट? आई मीन, अब आई डोंट नो अब ग्रोथ कितनी होगी टाइप्स, बिकॉज द बिजनेस इटसेल्फ इज नॉट देयर, but it's a solid company which will handle all the regulations and it will still give returns. Okay, so all right. Okay, so I think म्यूचुअल फंड्स में आई एम गोइंग टू मेक अ वीडियो, गाइस. गुड टाइम टू इन्वेस्ट इन सम म्यूचुअल फंड्स, राइट? व्हाई? बिकॉज जब मार्केट टफ होता है ना, तो म्यूचुअल फंड मैनेजर को पैसे दे दो, राइट? दैट्स अ सिंपल पॉइंट, राइट? कि दैट इज द बेस्ट टाइम. जब मार्केट इजी है खुद ही कर लो, राइट? आई मीन, व्हाई पे कमीशन? सो दैट आई एम टॉकिंग लॉजिकल कॉमन सेंसिकल थिंग्स, राइट? आई एम नॉट लाइक मेकिंग इट वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड फॉर यू. सो आई एम गोइंग टू डू अ सेपरेट वीडियो ऑन म्यूचुअल फंड्स. ओके. Bajaj Finance is very good. There is nothing, no problem. See, I mean, even for Geo Finance to take business share away from Bajaj Finance, it will happen. But it's not as if that this is going to happen in the next 6 months or 12 months. It will take time. Okay, it's okay. Okay, guys. So 30 minutes are up. I don't. Achha, so people are still asking. Amritanjan is a good stock. No problem. It will pick up as even. I don't know. और कुछ बचा है? I don't know. Okay, so. Okay, cool, awesome. Thank you so much, guys, and enjoy the market rally. Stay invested. I very strong support has been built on the market. I don't see it falling like below 20,000, right? Unless like some crazy stuff happens, right, in the market, like 2008 crisis or something. But yeah, I mean, if you have held it, this is great, right? You have crossed a major podium. You'll be happy. That is how you grow a portfolio. आप लोगों का अच्छा प्रॉफिट बने, राइट? माय CDSL, again I've covered it already. CDSL, guys, renewable energy, I'll make a separate video on renewable energy, right? It's a good video to make. I'll make a separate video on artificial intelligence, quantum computing. So these are topics that I'm studying more about. Relax रहो, मार्केट में कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा खलबली करने की जरूरत नहीं है. प्लीज कीप ऑन डूइंग SIP. अगर आपका पोर्टफोलियो नहीं बना है तो बना सकते हो. Over time it will smoothen out. Okay, so okay, thank you so much, and I will see you soon. I will start releasing some videos. Do send me suggestions in the member community, right? If there are specific videos you guys would like me to make, I'll be happy to make it. Okay, but I hope that this was insightful, useful, and I will see you soon. Thank you.